such a thrill. You know, I respect him so much as a person and as a performer on all fronts. And so when the opportunity came, I was just flattered and humbled that, you know, I was like, you want to sing with me? What? Okay, sure. Of course, remember I said that 5 hours later. I did take a pause. But he's electric. I mean, did anybody see it? Yeah. I mean, he's electric. And then when you put energy like that with, you know, Loudon Swain, they're also so electric. You know, it's just, you want to jump on that ride and just be electric too. So I kind of let myself go. And Mike Borja always reminds me to be like, man, you just gotta live in the moment. You just gotta live in the moment. And so I just walked on that stage and it was just like, enjoy this, enjoy this. And so I did. And I hope that everybody got to enjoy themselves. Right on, thanks. Hey.
Hello. Okay, so I just want to say first of all that your voice is like beautiful and so smooth, like, what's his name? Morgan Freeman. Like Morgan Freeman. It's amazing. So consider maybe doing like a National Geographic documentary. But my real question is, if Julian's character came back as a Reaper, would there be like some conflict there? Would Billy be like, I'm in charge now and you're gonna eat a salad? Or would she be like, I'm intimidated because this used to be the person that I answered to?
Good question. I mean, I'd probably have a little bit of fun in the beginning. Like in the beginning, I was like, you don't get to hold the site. You don't get it. Sorry. It's off limits, it stays in a case. Because you just can't be trusted with it. And I'd probably make him eat a salad, you know, just cause. But other than that, I think she would try and educate him. You know, because being a Reaper is very different than being dead. You know, it's kind of like, have you ever heard the phrase, don't burn down the school once you've got your diploma? Has anybody ever heard that? Yeah. I think she would go more into that mode. You know, she would start by like setting a few fires to a couple of his classrooms, but then be like, okay, you know, there's a cosmic reason for this as well. And so I'm gonna make sure that I'm as good a mentor to you as you were to me. I mean, he would never let me do a lot of things, so naturally I'm like, well, with it, reason. But ultimately, I think I would be a good mentor, I think. But I'd put him through the ringers for a little bit, you know, because, you know, why not? I was right there and I told you, don't make the deal, don't make the deal, don't make the deal. But he did. And that's why I'm dead, you know? So I think it'd be really fun to do a scene with him, and yeah, I would be cruel then kind. Great question, thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
First, I just want to say yes, hair. I'm loving it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yes, I see you. And my question is, for you, were you nervous when you found out that you were taking over the mantle of Death, with Death being such a fan favorite for the anime?
100% yes, absolutely. I think anybody would be. And at the same time, I felt like it was in good hands. Which is not like my own boasting of myself, but more from the fact that when I read it, I would like, even the first episode, I was like, the old Death. Well, that's an interesting one. Okay. I know what happens. You know what I mean? To any other actor who might just be coming in and this might just be like a guest spot for them, with no history of the show, they're not able to kind of, even in their mind's eye, imagine the world in the same way. And that's why I'm like, well, I went back to every single episode that he was in, and I, you know, rewatched it and put myself there and was like, well, what was I thinking in that moment? Did I agree with that decision that he made? Did I not agree with that decision that I made? Like, was that a teachable moment for me? Was that not a teachable moment for me? And so when I was able to come out into the realm that I could be seen in, I had all of that with me. And so, I was just, in that moment, I was vying for Death's job. You know what I mean? Only because I'm just like, well, if someone's got to get it, I'd like to put my name in the hat. I think Billy definitely had that impulse initially that I don't think, you would have, any other actor would have found if they didn't know the show and watch the show as much as I did. I really do think that is, like, that's the whole serendipitousness of it all, is the fact that I'm like, whoa, that's so wild. Because a lot of times you go on shows and you're like, oh, I've never seen it before, and I don't know what I'm walking into, and there's subtleties and nuances that you miss and you lose because of it. And I felt really lucky because I was such a fan of the show, so I had so many memories around the show, and that I could bring that with me. And anytime I talked about, the old Death, and anytime I talked about all the circumstances that they were in, I knew exactly what I was talking about, from a very visceral place, if that makes sense. Can I answer your question?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Right on.
Thank you.
Right on. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So my question is, what is your favorite part being part of Supernatural?
The family. The family. You guys have changed my life. You have changed my life in so many beautiful ways. You've encouraged me to be more than I ever thought I could be. You have healed parts of me that I truly thought were going to be broken for the rest of my life. And that is something I will always be eternally grateful for. Because a lot of times, I haven't worked with so many of the people that I'm friends with now. It's because you guys have brought us all together that these friendships have been formed. And so my heart overflows with gratitude for you guys for making that happen. So I really appreciate you guys. And you're the best part of it. Thank you. I like your hat.
Hey Lisa, I just wanted to know, as actors sometimes we have to go to a place that for us personally may not be comfortable, but professionally it's required to bring what we have to the character's performance. What do you do in a situation where you're given a script and you develop your character, and it may not necessarily be a comfortable place for you to go mentally, but you know you have to get there to bring the performance that's required for your character?
Well, I go. I just leap. When it comes to, especially in theater, because in film and TV, I find it to be a little bit easier to shake off a character because you're not sitting with them for as long. You're usually like moving through the scenes, and you never have to go back on it once you've done it. So the answer that I have is more for theater, because when you have to say the same words over and over again every day with more and more feelings at the same time, those are mantras and rituals. And I find that always creeps into my soul, especially if I'm playing really dark characters or characters who don't like themselves very much. That's really, really hard. But my friend and director, Diana Donnelly, who I work with a lot, she taught me how to wash it off. And she was like, no, physically, like either take a shower or wash your hands if you can't get to a shower. Hey! Or, something that lets you embody letting it go so that you're not holding on to it, because the only way to go is to leap. And so I leap and I dive and I swim around in the mess, and then I take a shower and I get it all off.
Thank you.
Awesome, thanks for your question.
Hi.
Hi!
How did it go?
It was so good!
That's awesome.
I love you guys. I love you guys.
I love you.